Good evening, once again everyone. My name is Mr. Smeg Hennigan, and today, whenever you're watching this, we're going to be doing the fifth part, that's right, the fifth part of the Adventures of Alundra Let's Play, where having saved Wendell from his debilitating nightmare that kept him bedbound for several days on end, we're going to actually stop creaking the damn door here. I mean, we're going to talk to everyone in the village once again, see if anything's changed, and then go talk to Septimus about the strange goings on in the village. What's going on here? Now then, unfortunately, Alundra is still kind of beaten from the what was it, the nightmare. Yeah, unfortunately we're still what was it, sort of beaten up from the battle that went on inside Wendell's mind. So heal up, as you do. That happened about a minute ago. Can you tell I'm sort of paying attention? Maybe slightly. Now then, we're going to be walking around, just talking to everyone, seeing what goes on. Here we have Yuri, the dude who helps at the shop, and he's sort of still hung up about the fact that we went to Tarn's Manor. And we've got a bit of what I would call a shameless self-plug if it weren't for the fact that, well, herbs are flipping everywhere. It would be a self-plug if you could only get them from his shop, but it's just like, hey, you should make sure to have herbs. What, like all of these bloody things are found in the chests in the last 5 minutes? Yes. Now, and we have Sierra here, a little worried about Sybil, whose what was it? Dreams have been happening with worrying frequency as of late. An unfortunate thing, and this doesn't have anything to do with what happened in the last video, so I wouldn't put any mind to it. It's just her going, yeah, you're a cool dude. I would not see you being evil anytime soon. Ignoring the constant cutting down of flowers, the petty theft, as it were, I suppose. Technically petty theft. Anyway. Gustav's house is locked, as is Klein's, but at least he's outside to talk to him. Fortunately, he hasn't changed his tune since the last time we spoke to him, so nothing going on there. Nothing really going on for the next half minute, because, well, I was just pissing about breaking bushes and such. Why not? They might have money, and we need money to get stuff. Yeah, nothing's changed with Nadia there. But things have changed with Lutas and Fane, so we're going to go talk to them for a couple of minutes. Well, for a minute or so. Lutas is pretty glad that Wendell hasn't succumbed to the nightmare, and is doing better than usual. Although, I'm pretty sure the last comment wasn't needed. And Fane is still a bit odd about Alundra going to Tarn's Manor. I still don't actually know what Alundra's age was. I should really check that out. And yeah. We got more of the whole father figure there. Father figure implications there. Implications, suggestions, whatever. We're going to talk to Kisha to get a tiny little bit of backstory here. Sort of like, sort of character building as well. As you could tell, those two are sort of cool with each other. I'm not good with words today. Yeah, they're sort of alright. And now we finally get to talk to Septimus, so we can continue this horrible charade that I call the story along. Now, this game's cool with story. It's alright. It's not as bad as some games I've played recently, or before. And yes, even with only the first page to go on, we have more information of what's going on. Sybil, the girl who dreams a lot, is apparently dreams while she's awake. You can kind of tell that's a little weird. And yeah, we get a confirmation that Nadia herself is capable of destroying things if she goes to sleep, which we already saw happen. We don't need another confirmation of that. I'm pretty sure the splinters would show that. No. And we get a bit of a backstory of Septimus here, who has apparently been here for at least 3 years, and he thought this was like some weird sort of puzzle. And fortunately, there were not enough pieces to complete it. But with with the introduction of Alundra, we now have the key to the solution. Now we just need to find out where the keyhole is. I don't know exactly what sort of terminology I was going with here, or grammar there, but whatever. Anyway, words. Don't know why I stuttered that last bit. But yeah, we get a basic idea of what we're going to be doing over the course of the game. We're going to be stamping on evil because, well, evil is rude. What am I talking about? Now, And yeah, we start off here. We got something that won't look good unless you're watching in 50 FPS, because otherwise it's going to cut out half the frames. Thank you, YouTube. And well, it's going to look like this if you're looking at it through the 25 FPS filter. And unfortunately, an earthquake's hit the place, and someone is shouting so loud over the earthquake and through the walls that people are able to hear what's going on. The coal mine has collapsed. It's kind of an unfortunate thing. It's sort of leaving the book there. We can't examine it. It's an unfortunate thing. And that's why I was trying to attack it. The examine button and the attack button are basically the same thing. It's kind of a sad thing. And we get silence. Naught but the talking and the clicking of the windmill are all we get to hear. Anyway. And, of course, bushes being cut. We get more information about exactly who's managed to survive so far, but we don't get much other than that. Thankfully, with at least someone was able to. At least we were able to get someone out of there. We'll be finding out what's going on with him later. But first, we're going to explore. We're going to go up to the mine to see exactly what the damage is. Unfortunately, there's not much visible damage because, well, it's a sprite-based game. It's not gonna, unless the place was going to be completely inaccessible, we're not going to have much change. Yeah, somehow the entrance has been completely, neatly, densely packed with rocks. And we get Klein here basically getting a little more twitchy about monkeys. But, yeah. God damn it, I distracted myself again. Yes, apparently the other miners are still stuck in there somewhere. We're gonna have to, once the smoke's cleared or the dust is settled, whatever the hell the words are, people are going to be going in to try and save them. But unfortunately, we won't be finding out about that until the next video, which is going to be surprisingly long. I'm just looking at it, it's just like, oh my god. No. But the good thing about Olin being stuck in the mayor's house is that now we can go into his house and rob him blind. Well, rob him blind implies that we're stealing everything, including the chairs. We're just going into one treasure chest, getting the Gilly Falcon, and buggering off before the place becomes, well, abandoned, as it were. No, this wouldn't be abandoned. It's not like being in inside of a terrible. Oh god, what was I saying? It's not like being in a mine shaft collapse and explosion is going to cause any incidents to anybody's health and long-term well-being, is it? Anyway, the sanctuary's closed as the gravekeeper is not entirely. I don't know if he's not entirely pleased, but he's not exactly looking forward to what's happening either. As we move back into the village to continue on the story. I was tempted to go and save, but unfortunately the door's locked, so we're going to have to just not bother with that for the time being. Let's talk to some more people of the village as we find out that yes, Olin and Kisha were quite. They weren't a thing, but there was certainly something there. And I spoke to these two the wrong way. What was it? Nadia's a little paranoid that Alundra was thinking this. That, she fell asleep. But now, nobody would do that, right? Right? And, Keisha's a little odd about everything. Not a little odd, a little naive about things. And we get Bonaire being Bonaire, as per usual. I can't really comment on that because, well, he just sort of does his own thing. Yeah. Now then, we've spoken to everyone out here. There's probably a couple more people, but no point going around the entire town just to confirm that. And we get Jesse here saying that, yes, Olin was pretty cool, so it's an unfortunate thing that this has to happen to him. Anyway, who knows where the rest of the people were? Or who knows where the rest of the people are, but other than in the mine. Olin is unfortunately stuck in bed, and I got stuck trying to get past the bloody Chancellor here. Yep. I was originally going to say that Alundra is kind of a cool dude as well. He's kind. Then I remembered petty theft. Now then. No. What was it? Beaumont, the mayor, is not entirely amused by the situation, considering they're meant to be brilliant at their work. And the crystal ball, fortune teller, that's what it was. Fortune teller isn't exactly pleased with what's happened either, or isn't amused with what's happened. And we get more, Septimus passes on to everyone what Alundra learned from Klein already, that, what was it? Basically this happened. Olin whispered the word Merg, the name of the monkeys that we originally encountered at Tarn's Manor. And yes, there is an entire tree's worth of them. It's a horrifying thing. I don't remember if it's been revealed yet, but I don't think it has. No, it hasn't actually, never mind, I just realised. And yeah. Yep. Here we have more information suggesting that some vile trickery is afoot. An incident involving the monkeys. I like how and I hope you guys aren't claustrophobic, because this may set you off. It's terrible. No. What was I saying? Yeah. I like how people are. What was it? The people in this game are sort of acting very odd about the monkeys when considering. I don't even know. The monkeys are just odd in most circumstances. And yep, here we have another application of Alundra's capability to dreamwalk. We're going to be doing the usual thing. This is like the second time we've ever used it. We're going to be seeing if we can explore his subconscious to see if he still remembers what happened. And we get another word of warning about exactly what's going on. We get more information about me tapping my microphone. I apologize. We get more information about exactly what happens if the person whose mind you're inhabiting suddenly dies or unfortunately passes on during your inhabitance. Because technically speaking, you as a person are in their mind. If their mind goes away, then suddenly your mind goes away as well, technically speaking. So you both die. It sort of makes sense. It's brilliant. At the same time, it's sort of weird. Or sort of bad, considering, well, the situations where you need to save people. I'm pretty sure Olin would have originally spoken to Zane in the first place, which would have caused this entire situation to be a little less weird. But considering Alundra's there and, game sense sort of needs it, we're going to have a bit of a voice crack. We're going to be talking to Zane and figuring out and learning exactly how we're meant to be starting the engine that's in here. And yes, what engine is that? The engine that starts up the steam-powered railway system. It's amazing. They have I forget where I was going with this. I wasn't going to taunt them though. This is kind of a rude thing to do. We learn about how to start this engine, which we'll see later on in the game. On the next episode of this Let's Play. And yep, I don't know why everyone seems to be indisposed towards being mean about elves. Like, was there like an elf population that just sort of screwed themselves over really badly? Don't know why I paused there, but yeah. Here we have we have Erlen here finally. Showing off his equipment as he clears away through the mine. Yep. Going on record with that one. Now, he blows the rock away with a mighty explosion, and oh crap, it's the monkeys again. Yep, unfortunately the monkeys have, without explanation, the monkeys have just appeared behind the rock wall. Like they're growing there. Considering they're enemies in an adventure RPG sort of thing, it sort of makes sense. We get a gilded falcon that can easily be missed due to the strict time limit that's on play here. Once this message pops up, you're not allowed to move anymore, and you get kicked out of the dream. If you pick up the treasure chest or if you open the treasure chest to the point where you see the gilded falcon obtained on this screen, you don't get it. I was a little annoyed when I saw it the first time. It was very irritating. And we finally get to, Alundra with new information gets to spread exactly what happened. Apparently, the nasty monkeys from the tree have managed to learn how to dig and, made their way through to the, to the humans' mine shaft. Are they humans? I don't remember. But yes. Weird stuff is happening. It's sort of like... sort of like what happens in Minecraft at times, except it's less terrible because, well, mineshaft's don't collapse in that game. And unfortunately, here we get, well, more of a hint as to the underlying tone of the game. Unfortunately, there's no way to save Olin. Not even if you've what was it? Because there's a story bit, there is no way to save him. Unfortunately, he is destined to suffer and doomed to die. A bit of a naysayer for saying that, but well, he does just keel over. It's an unfortunate circumstance. And I hope you guys like this music or I hope you guys don't dislike this music, because otherwise you're going to be rather disappointed about the next few minutes. We're going to be listening to it for a while. And yes, the sorry business now at hand now is not your concern. I can understand the odd English there, considering, well, someone's just died. And there's potentially more people in the mine that are also close to death. As you can tell, this game is slightly dark, and yeah, we get a bit of an extrapolation of exactly what's happening there. And the mayor tells us, yeah, you can just go home. You don't need to worry about this. You're fine. Thank you for the help. And weirdly enough, I'm actually curious as to what exactly happens to Alundra's body when he's exploring someone's dreamscape and takes damage. Oh, and yeah, here we have Kisha sort of. I imagine she knows what's going on, but just like, no, please, this isn't true. And here we have Giles being a major idiot here. Oh man, I hope she doesn't know that he died, and I certainly hope that she's nowhere nearby to listen. Like, this would be a little more believable if she were hidden behind something that they couldn't see, but that's a bush that's basically sort of waist height. They can't have just not noticed her. The gods can be cruel at times, and then bloody siblings can be a bit rather stupid as well. Like, come on, dude, you you didn't notice her. Anyway, yes, here we have Bonaire being Bonaire. I like how he doesn't seem to mention, Jalen either. Like, oh hey, yeah, we got the two miners and the dude who created the steam engine, or who created a sort of steam-powered minecart in there. It's just those two. They're the important guys. Maybe they just wanted to mention it. And we get a thunderous clanging as we enter Jess's house, with more backstory going on that involves exactly foreshadowing of what exactly has been going on. Apparently there was a king here. Crazy stuff, you know. I think we saw his statue earlier on. Anyway, yep, all the statues got destroyed. This all happens 5 years ago. You start finally getting an idea of timescales. Like, 10 years ago, Tarn's Manor gets abandoned. 5 years ago, the king gets everything destroyed, and his house suddenly goes away. Sinks, technically speaking. And here we get more hints towards exactly what causes Jess to suddenly want to start making things. It's mainly being spurred on by the death of Olin, which is fairly understandable. And we get introduced to a new item that we're not allowed to have. Well, I want to say we're not allowed to have it. It's just like, yeah, we got it, but you're not allowed to do it. Keeping you alive, man. Well, that's technically what he says. But, here we go, yeah. Jess says he's going to do this, and, thankfully, considering Alundra is the player character, he's fine to do things. It's just that, well, the story characters can't tell that. And we just steal this in the most jarring sense of emotional whiplash. Oh, it's sad. Oh, it's unhappy. Let's steal. It's brilliant. Now then, and yeah, here we have the treasure chest. I figured I'd show this off. We're not able to open it because, well, first off, it's Jess's. That would be rude. Second off, it's usually manned, and, well, that would just be a little odd. And third off, it's just, you can't open it without a key anyway, so, yeah, who knows. And here's a depiction of the bomb at work. 5 seconds after being set, it will explode. Does damage to Alundra, of course, but it can one-shot most normal enemies. Now then, finally reached the end of this video. Bit of a long-winded stuttering, but, well, I do apologise for that. Unfortunately, I don't think apologising for it is going to make it any better. And we're going to save here, and next episode we're going to be exploring the depths of the mine. I hope you have enjoyed watching.